Alice, you don't need to do that.
Are we testing?
No, we already did.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, you didn't know.
Oh, I didn't know I was testing.
We have a guest here. She doesn't want to be on the show.
John Stamos.
Do you want to be on the show?
It's not John Stamos.
It is Mike Rowe.
My microphone.
My mother-in-law is here, everyone, and she does not want to be part of the show, but she wants to be a bystander, and I think that's cool.
She gets the first listen.
I was thinking, I was like,
Leon.
This is like our first live show.
This is a... Whoops.
I guess it's a good thing we're practicing in front of you.
Yeah, this is our practice round for whenever we actually have guests on the show.
Yeah. Not guests on the show.
We have plans
live
for
show.
someone on Zoom.
This is true. Alice, get off of that. Are you gonna lay down or kisses first? Love you.
Oh, that was really sweet.
Is he gonna give you kisses?
Can I have a kiss?
Lay down.
Did I tell you what Charlotte told me yesterday? Okay, let me tell you what Charlotte told me.
Okay, first let's introduce our podcast.
Yes.
This is our podcast.
What's it called? What's
Almost said it. That's right.
with our friends?
What's with our friends?
What's with our friends?
Basically, what's with
That's
our neighbors?
Not right.
True Crime Paranormal Podcast.
And that's Amy.
That is Bree. And that's Alice, and that's Leon, and that's Sarah.
Yes, everybody's in here.
Everyone's in here this week.
And now I'm wearing the fire hat again.
Yeah. So, tell me what Charlotte said.
So I had a beer open by the couch the other day. Okay, people, don't start judging me. Not for that.
No.
Everybody.
Sure.
It's fine. But I had a beer open by the couch the other day, and I stepped out of the house for a second, and I walked back in, and Charlotte's coughing, and I'm like, "What's wrong?" And she pointed at the beer, and she was like, "Mom, does this make you grow up?" And I was like, "No, why?" And she's like, "'Cause I don't like it." It's like, "Well, you're not supposed to drink it, Charlotte." And she's like, "Okay." I was like, you could go to jail if you drink that and you're too young. And she was like, and I was like, "It's okay. I won't tell anyone."
Oh
Is
my
this gonna
gosh.
make me grow up?
Ow! What? Fix it, please. No. No, he didn't. I saw you back up and hit it. No, scoot over, because you're trying to see it and it's not funny.
Yeah, hitting the cord, homie. Am I in the video?
No, you're not. You're good. Nope, you got to scoot it over a little bit. There you go.
Good?
Yeah.
All right.
If it makes you feel any better, assuming that she took a sip, one night I was 5 beers in, or 5 Settlers in, and Alice asked if this was just like last week. Alice asked if she could have a sip. What are you doing?
Leon, leave Hank alone. Anyway.
I asked if I was like, "Do you want to sip?" Like calling her bluff or whatever.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Yeah." And I was like, and she's like,
Dang it.
Wondering like, "Are you for sure?" And I'm like, "Go ahead." She took a sip and she's like, "I liked it." And I was like, "Damn it."
It's like Natalie and my black coffee.
Yeah. And so then I guess Rick had like a White Claw a couple days ago before you guys came. And she's like, "Can I have a sip?" Mom said, like, Mom let me. I was like,
I'm allowed to do this now.
Oh my God. This is not a thing that's happening.
Okay, for everyone out there, you've been a child. If your parents drank, then, you've had a sip before.
Yeah, exactly.
There's
I'm not
no
putting
way.
that part in. I'm taking that part out. My
okay.
mom will be listening to that then.
No! No!
But of course, Rick says it right in front of my dad, and I'm just like the next day, and I'm just like, I can kill you 1,000,000 times right now. No, Leon, stop.
Why is he so curious today? And last week.
He was curious last week.
He's being such a
Curiosity
little weirdo.
killed the cat, Leon.
Yeah, watch out for Annabelle Jr. back there.
Annabelle Jr. So,
do you have a story for me?
sorry, Sarah.
Dang it, no, we probably can't include that. It was too loud.
I know.
Hello?
Alice, no. Close the door. No. We're not doing this. Stop. Do you have a neighborhood story for me?
Yes, I do.
Freaking husband.
All right.
You're not a good dad.
All right.
Stop! I don't want a bunch of editing this week.
Stop!
Rick wouldn't keep doing it. I think it's my dad. Knock it off! Or maybe John. You're not being creepy.
Nice
It's John. I bet it's John. It's so annoying. Oh, it was Rick.
Oh.
Was it Rick?
Yes.
That's
It worked.
surprising. Normally he only does one and done.
He thinks he's funny. He thinks he's a real funny guy this week.
He really does. Was it today or yesterday? He's like, but I'm not funny. No, that was today.
I told
at
you.
lunch.
I think he's funny. You have been married to him and living with him for 11 years.
Maybe I'm just
right?
hard
Yeah.
to like. Maybe his jokes just aren't funny to me anymore.
Not anymore. Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, another proud moment. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
So speaking of jokes and lame jokes, Josh, every time Charlotte says I'm hungry or something, he does the typical dad thing where he says,
"Hi, hungry."
yeah, and
Yeah.
she gets so mad. And so I don't know what happened in the car, but I had apologized and I told Natalie, I said, I'm sorry, Natalie. And like 5 seconds later, she has a big grin on her face and she's like, hi, sorry, I'm Charlotte. And me and Josh just look at each other like it was the most proud parent
Like
moment that we
fist
had.
bump.
Yeah,
like,
we're like,
yes.
she learned, she got it.
She's like, I've been waiting for this moment.
Proud parent moment of the day.
Oh, I love that so much.
So this one has a picture with it. It is of a Ring picture of, it's just someone
yeah.
in the Ring camera. And it says, there's a note that they put out on the door that says, this is for the white lady with the thick glasses, uneven haircut, and dusty shorts. Stop tampering, reading, and touching my package.
Oh.
Sincerely, mess around and find out.
Oh. I
There you go.
also don't please don't mess with people's packages.
Yeah, that's
not-
just mean.
It's mean. Yeah.
It's not cool. Not
cool.
cool. That's not, they're not fair game, guys.
I have gotten my neighbors' packages before, and I've brought them over to their house.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
different though. That's
Yeah.
not like snooping around people's mail and stuff.
No.
I brought it over.
It's illegal to open other people's packages.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
That is the law.
That
and
is
we are
the law.
A true crime show, so don't break the law by and paranormal. So don't break the law.
I was
by
gonna
opening
say.
other people's mail.
And now Bree is doing true crime.
All right, now tell me a murderous story.
So my mother-in-law, we
Or
were super busy this
crime.
week, and she picked out a story for me to do. And when she told me this story, I was like she's like, it's like really good. There's a lot of juice in it. And I was like, great, super cool. And then I started looking into it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is like 3 days worth of research. So,
Man, I really need to buckle down.
yeah, and I did it like 4 hours ago. So
It's okay. It's good.
It's fine. But there was a lot of stuff I had to leave out because it was just, otherwise it would have been too long. So I didn't leave out any important details, but there was like a lot of small little things I could have put in that was exciting, but
Yeah.
I had to pick and choose what I
Comb it
wanted to
through.
put out. Yeah. So this story is about Catherine Knight.
I know her.
You do?
Nah.
You did that to me last week and I didn't like it. So, Barbara Ruffin was married to her husband, Jack Ruffin. Together, they had 4 boys and lived in a small town of Aberdeen in New South Wales. This is in Australia.
Okay, so this isn't like where you've lived or anything. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Through her husband's work, she met a man named Ken
I
Knight.
almost did a story in Australia.
Oh,
Great. Anyway, I'm sorry.
You
It was literally
suck.
in New South. I'm not even joking. It was in South Wales called Wagga Wagga.
We would Wagger.
Wagga Wagga. It's
Wagga
a
Wagga.
town.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Ah, that's okay.
This doesn't actually. It takes place in Australia, not necessarily New South Wales.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But through her husband's work, she met a man named Ken Knight, who was also Jack's friend. And Catherine and Ken ended up having an affair, which shook the entire community.
Yeah.
Since it
Must
was
have been
a
small
fairly,
town.
yeah, it was a small town and it was fairly conservative.
Right.
And Barbara got pregnant with twins.
Okay.
Ooh, can you imagine?
That doesn't look very good.
No.
Have a giant A on your. Wait.
Scarlet A.
Yeah.
Jack and Barbara ended up splitting up, and Barbara moved in with Jack. And the two youngest boys stayed with their father, Jack, and the older two actually were sent to live with their aunt in Sydney, Australia.
Sydney. P. Sherman 42.
Why do we do that? Why do we do that?
I know. Sorry.
And we do it every week.
It's our little inclusion of Disney.
Yeah. So the twins were born, and the younger of the two was Catherine Knight on October 24th, 1955, in Tenterfield, New South Wales. When Jack died in 1959, the two boys that were living with him moved in with their mom and their new step-siblings and stepdad, Ken. Apart from her twin, the only person Catherine was super close to was her uncle, Oscar Knight, who was a champion horseman.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, super
That's
cool.
a really cool job title.
Yeah, but he ended up committing suicide in 1969. Yeah.
Not
That
so
devastated Catherine, but she would say his ghost would often visit her.
cool. Ooh, a little bit of paranormal in there.
Yeah, that was it, though.
Oh, okay. It's over now.
Yeah, you're welcome. The same year, the Knight family moved back to Aberdeen, and Ken, Catherine's father, started to really show his alcoholism. He was like a bad drunk. He was violent and overbearing. He would intimidate her mother, Barbara, rape her up to 10 times a day. Ugh. And you would think as a mother, you would kind of want to shelter your children from that. But instead, she would sit her daughters down and just be like, let me tell you what happened to me. And just tell her about all these acts and intimate details to her two daughters.
Gosh.
Which is just so cringy.
Not appropriate.
Yeah. So she was also very expressive about how much she hated sex and men. Although there were minor doubts by the psychiatrist, Catherine has expressed how she was also sexually abused by several family members until the age of 11. But besides her father didn't do it. So the psychiatrists that studied her or worked with her doubt, but also it's been confirmed by family members that this actually happened to them. So, and from what I was reading, it depends on who you spoke with, but some would say that Catherine was a loner and kept to herself, but also a happy person. But some said that she was also a bully and terrorized smaller children when in a fit of rage at school. So kind of, I think it depended on who you talked to. Yeah, exactly,
who you're around and whatnot. Yeah.
In school, Catherine, like I said, I just said that. I forgot to delete it. So she ended up dropping out of school at the age of 15 and somehow getting by without learning how to read or write.
Oh.
Like, this was, kind of what, the 60s?
Important. Yeah.
I don't know how you got away with that.
That's crucial.
But, yeah.
How you gonna drive? I mean, you can see the numbers, but...
I guess if you, memorize the word but don't actually know what... So. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Don't go anywhere new.
Maybe she didn't drive. I don't know. I don't know if she drove or not. So she ended up getting a job as a quote-unquote cutter in a clothing factory. And after 12 months, she left the factory to work at her dream job, as she quoted, which was cutting up internal organs of pigs at the local slaughterhouse.
Same. I love that. Stop looking at me. Seriously, it's on my board.
I need to see this board. What's Josh's number?
I think
I have him on Facebook.
think about all the free meat you would
Think
probably
of
get.
all that smell.
Yeah, it
though.
would probably smells so bad.
So
I used to
bad.
complain about coming home from McDonald's at the end of the day and smelling like grease. Ugh.
Popcorn from the movie theater that I worked out.
Best smell
I
ever.
just hated popcorn for years
Ugh.
after.
Oh my gosh. it would
Still
kill to
not a
work in
huge
movie
fan of
theater.
popcorn.
Fairbanks, if you're hiring, maybe I'll work there for the
I'm sure they're
weekends.
hiring. They're always super
are.
low staffed.
Everywhere's hiring.
Yeah. So she would also often be found at work at the beginning of the production line, watching where the pigs would actually be killed.
Oh,
But-
no.
But her coworkers figured she was an odd duck and wanted to see how other parts of the process worked.
That's not an odd duck. That is an odd duck, but that's not
Not
it's
like-
not okay.
Yeah. So, and her most prized possession hung above her bed, just in case she needed them. Can you guess what it is?
Pig feet.
That's a pretty good guess,
And
actually.
I think they're lucky. No, that's rabbit feet.
That's rabbit feet. But no, it was a set of butcher knives. Just
Above her bed.
above her bed. You got your alarm clock, you got your glass of
Wait,
water,
wait.
you got your
Are
book
they like
that
at
you
her
read.
headboard or
Like,
like
above
her?
head. It says
Like
it said above
like
her
a
head.
dream catcher.
No, I'm gonna say above her headboard is what I'm gonna say.
All right. I'm just saying, like an earthquake happens and she's toast. She's pig pieces.
But yeah, it said above her bed.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, yeah. So this is where she met her coworker David Sanford Kellett in 1973 at this job. At his previous job at Coff Harbor, his best friend was killed in front of him in a shunting accident. And
What's a shunting accident? I'm sorry.
why'd you have to ask me
Okay,
that?
don't answer it. Why did you put it in there and take
I
it out?
don't know what shunting is, and I didn't want to look
Sorry,
it up
but
because
I need
it was.
to know this. How would you not think I would ask that?
I knew you were gonna ask me, but
It sounds like he
you know
was
we
like,
have someone here that can look it up real quick. What is it?
Done the definitions for you. I don't know.
you can be our
Shun-
temporary.
You didn't do me
assistant.
the. You
Sarah,
didn't-
look it up.
You did.
She's our Eva.
Oh, okay. So shunting is a push or pull of a train part of the train from the main line to a siding or from the track to another track. So it's like taking one car of the train and moving it to another part.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like a crazy job.
Yeah. So
Now everybody knows what shunting is. You're welcome, Amy.
You're welcome.
Now everybody thank Amy for explaining that.
well, and it's super important to know because like in my line of work,
Oh, because it comes up so.
it comes up
often.
often, and I'm always like, "What does that mean?" But no one will tell
I
me.
need to look
Yeah.
it up.
So, and when he also another traumatic thing that happened to him was when he was rescuing a bus of children that had been let me start over. And when he rescued injured students from a bus that had been struck by a train, which killed 6 children.
Oh,
So these two awful
what
accidents.
is going on over there?
I don't know, but these two awful incidents caused David to be a heavy drinker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Ooh.
don't blame David.
Yeah, but also go to therapy. Come
Yeah.
on, people. So Catherine would often defend David when he would get into fights fist fights at work. I guess like her fist fights like wooed him because he's like, "Oh, Catherine, I love you." And they ended up being married in 1974.
Oh.
That's not what I wrote. What I wrote was I guess her fist fighting won David's love.
Hey,
So
you gotta do what you gotta do.
I mean,
Get your old man. You gotta punch a couple people.
just wait. So on their wedding night, Catherine attempted to strangle David because he fell asleep after only having intercourse 3 times. Mind you, he was like,
it is your wedding.
he showed up to the wedding super drunk.
Oh.
And like at the wedding, her mom was like, watch out for this one. She might kill you if you don't, like if you have an affair or whatever. So he was super drunk during the wedding. And so she was mad at him because he passed out drunk. But then 3 times.
I'm so scared of this lady.
I know, me too. So
You do one thing out of line and you're done.
you're done for.
You're done. You spill a cup or you spill a drink?
Nope. So put down that toilet seat. So one time when she was pregnant with their first child,
Oh my god.
she burned all of David's clothes and shoes and then hit him across the back of the head with a frying pan. Okay, Rapunzel, calm down.
Right?
Because he came home late from a darts competition.
Frying pans, who knew? Sorry.
So David fled to the neighbor's house and was taken to the hospital. He was treated for a fractured skull.
You couldn't hit her back or anything. She was pregnant. I mean, you shouldn't, but...
Yeah.
Uh,
So
I bet
David
the
ended
neighbors
up...
got quite a show all the time.
Oh, could you imagine? Oh, that would be so entertaining. So David ended up dropping the charges after she begged him to or something like that. After their first daughter, Melissa Ann, was born. That was me, sorry.
Oh, okay.
He left her for another woman and moved to Queensland. Alice, stop. So, obviously, this upset Catherine.
Yeah?
Because even her mom was like, watch out for this one. It upset her so much that she was seen pushing the new baby that they had in a stroller down the main street of the road and throwing it from side to side. So she was obviously diagnosed with postpartum depression and was admitted to St. Elmo's Hospital in Tamsworth.
I think she had a lot more than postpartum. Oh my gosh. The poor baby. Was the baby okay?
Yeah, I'm making sure because I wrote stuff and then I was deleting it. Go ahead. You're good.
Oh, I need to as well.
Yeah, okay. So I wrote that right. That I know of. Because I would read something and then I would write it up and then I would go to another site and then read find more information and so then I would reword this sentence. Yeah. So that happened. So she spent several weeks there recovering. After she recovered, one time she found out that David had cheated on her again. So she took their 2-month-old infant and placed her on the train tracks, knowing a train was going to be coming by soon. Then stole an axe and went into town threatening several townspeople. Just she would literally just wave it at people as they were walking by her.
And the baby's still on the train tracks?
Yes. A man was near the tracks during this time where the infant was and rescued Melissa, their baby.
Thank God.
Minutes before the train arrived.
Oh my gosh, you crazy.
Beep. Yeah, so Catherine was arrested and taken back to St. Elmo's, but she was able to sign herself out of treatment a day later.
Take her to jail. She tried to do an attempted murder.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. I'm sorry. I know.
This is the 70s. 80s? Probably 80s.
This was 1980, I think. Yeah. So, a woman was slashed in the face by Catherine, who demanded she take her to Queensland to find her husband, David, that had run off.
Oh my gosh.
With this other woman. Yeah, so they stopped at
getting everybody.
I just don't understand how this woman hasn't been arrested yet.
Mm-mm.
When they stopped at a service station, the woman escaped and notified police. Because, she slashed her in the face, and she's like, take me to Queensland. But by the time they had arrived to the station, Catherine had taken a small boy that was nearby and held him hostage.
Catherine, come on.
They managed
the children just need to get out of her way.
I know.
Just go.
They say Catherine, they're like, run
away! Have a curfew, attention, all children. Go inside. There's a crazy lady out with an axe.
You know how on Kodiak Island they make the sound alarm when bears are nearby in town?
They needed this.
Catherine's out of the house.
She's out.
So they managed to disarm her, and she was admitted to Morisset Psychiatric Hospital. I probably mispronounced that, but police notified David of the incident, and when she had told what she had told the note. Police notified David of the incident and what she told the nurses, which was she was planning on killing the mechanic at the service station because he had repaired David's car, and then she was going to kill him, David, and his mother.
Why is she so mad?
So she tells the nurses that.
Still.
Yeah. So to take care of Catherine, he left his girlfriend and moved to the suburbs in Brisbane with his mother and Catherine when she was released in August of 1976. Because, I also would want to go back to the psycho that tried to kill me multiple times.
Yeah, makes sense.
I get understanding, like, if you have, like, such a love for someone, like, you might not be in love with them.
I feel like he was just doing his civic duty.
Yeah, he could have been. He's
Protect
like,
the children.
all right, everyone's going to die unless I'm with this woman. So, Catherine got another job at the meatworks, and on March 6, 1980, she had their second daughter, Natasha.
Oh, stop having kids.
So, 4 years later, in 1984, she left her husband and moved to Muswellbrook, and got a job back at the slaughterhouse until she injured her back and went on disability. In 1986, Catherine...
Oh, good. She's disabled. Thank God. That'll slow her down.
In 1986, Catherine met her new boo, David Saunders. And after only a few months, he moved in with her and her two daughters. I don't understand why her first husband didn't take the children.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. So, although he did keep his apartment in Scone, so he had a separate apartment from her, which was probably smart.
Yeah.
Obviously the relationship was toxic. She would get jealous when he would do things without her, so she would like play this yo-yo game, like, get out of my house, and then, oh, come back to me, get out of my house, come back to me.
So confusing.
Yeah, and just toxic.
Yeah.
You don't need that. So she kept begging him to come back to her, and she would kick him out and stuff, etc. So this went on for a whole year, and in May of 1987, during a fight, she threatened him by cutting... I'm so sorry, everyone. I am so sorry for what I'm about to say. Cutting the throat of a 2-month-old puppy. His puppy.
You've done it now.
Stating, this is what I will do to you if you ever have an affair.
Why don't you just use like a...
Are you gonna cry?
Or something? No. Why don't you just...
A drawing board?
Yeah, like you could have easily been like, hey,
Or just said, like, I'm gonna slit your throat.
Or just use the whole sign language.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's sign language for I'm gonna kill you.
Probably. So, I'm so sorry, everyone. Let's
crying.
take a moment of silence for the puppy.
Moment's over.
Okay. Then
At least
she...
it wasn't a kid.
Yeah. Puppies, it's hard. Like, don't kill... Yeah.
It's
kids
hard,
and,
yeah.
Kids and dogs, so... And cats. Then, after that, though, she knocked him unconscious with a frying pan.
Huh?
Settle down, Rapunzel. So, she got pregnant and with this gentleman and had another daughter 9 months later. And shortly after, she attempted to kill him with a pair of scissors. So he's like...
I would just not have anything sharp or heavy in the house.
Or not be with
Just
her.
Yeah. Just line the house with mattresses. Just turn it into your own, like, psychiatric thing.
So after that, he's like, I'm leaving you. So he finally left her. But before she did, she vandalized his vehicle and took an overdose of sleeping pills and was admitted to the psychiatric hospital. I know.
I'm not upset that she did that, though.
I'm upset she lived. Because in May of 1990, when she was released, she just happened to find herself in the arms of a new man,
Oh.
John Chillingworth. He was a recovering alcoholic. They quickly had
She has a theme.
She does.
David's and alcoholics.
Yeah.
The
Yep.
first one was David, right?
Yes.
David,
yeah.
and then John.
Yeah. So he was a recovering alcoholic, and they quickly had a baby boy, Eric. And they actually had
A
a
boy.
and they had a pretty decent relationship. It was very quiet, and they were together for 3 years.
He must have been like the perfect guy.
He was.
He walked on eggshells.
He's like, anything. You want to cut my throat? Okay, go ahead.
Go
I
ahead.
won't tell anyone.
I'm actually never mind.
But John ended it when he found out that Catherine was having an affair with John Charles Thomas Price.
Another John?
Another John. So David, John.
All right.
So John, this gentleman, actually was someone that everyone liked. He had 3 children. 2 lived with him, and the third one lived with his ex-wife. While he was aware of Catherine's well-known violent behavior, he let her move in with him in 1995. Alice?
Volume. Thank you.
So she somehow gained the affection of his children. It's fine. And John... So she somehow gained the
That
affection...
looked really important, McAfee.
Hmm?
That looked like a really important...
I get those pop-ups all
McAfee.
the time.
Oh, okay.
They want me to renew it, but I don't need to renew it.
Amy needs to get virus protection, apparently.
I have virus protection.
Okay.
They just want me to buy it, and I'm not going to buy it.
I think it comes on the computers nowadays.
I know.
Anyway, sorry.
You're fine. So she somehow gained the affection of his children, and John brought home some big bucks working at the local mine. 3 years go by, and they end up having an Three.
Okay.
They end up having an argument over getting married.
Oh, no.
She wanted him to propose.
no, John.
You're like, no, John, just get married.
Another one.
She wanted him to propose, but he refused to. So to get back at him, she videotaped items that he had stolen from work and sent the tape to his boss. Which, mind you, like, definitely don't steal from your work, but they were like expired medical kits. Like, petty things.
Like, everybody's done it before.
Yeah, like tape,
Yeah.
whatever you need to,
You know.
yeah. You're not getting paid enough. We all know
Yeah.
we're not getting paid
Yeah.
enough. So, I do not condone stealing.
I steal pens from the podcast studio all the time.
Brie?
What? Just...
All right.
Anyway.
I also eat your M&Ms, so it's fine. So this guy ends up getting fired from a job that he had for 17 years.
Oh, I'd be mad.
I would be so ticked. So, out of anger, he kicked her out of his house. Like, I don't know if they were living together, like, completely, but he wasn't married to her.
Okay.
So, he's like, get out of my house. But then he's like, oh, I love you so much.
Oh, no.
Because a few months later, they get back together, but he would not let her move in this time. He's like, no, like, you're staying at your house. I'm staying at my house.
I hope he's rearranged the knives in the kitchen.
It doesn't matter. She has her own butcher knives.
That's true. Oh, yeah, they hang above her bed.
Yeah, so...
Dreamcatcher butcher knives.
So, I will say that, like, she wasn't living there, but you know how there's one of those things where... Okay, go. You know how, like, I mean... I don't know, but you know how people, like, when you're, like, dating someone and you, like, stay over at their house night after night after night, you slowly start bringing stuff in.
Yeah.
That's what was happening with them after he kicked her out. I like how she brought her tablet with her. She's going to be there a while.
Can't miss this game.
She started pooping like Rick like a couple months ago. Like taking forever. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm pooping. I'm like, you're not pooping.
Go.
You're not pooping.
Don't sit in your stew.
Yeah.
So we say.
So
So like a toothbrush. Some
yeah, bringing
conditioner, your straightener,
her butcher knives,
essentials,
things.
her butcher knives. Yes.
Yeah. So John's friends stopped coming around because Catherine just like made things uncomfortable for them, always starting fights in front of them.
Oh, that
She would like
sucks.
lash out at his kids, and she even accused his kids of molesting her kids. Which, I mean, if it was like, you don't make accusations like that unless
No.
it's true. So she was just like super cringy, and she would just like tell her friends and coworkers she always wanted to kill John. Like,
Oh my gosh.
just like you don't want to be around that type of person, right?
No.
So in February of 2000, the arguments really were starting to get like out of hand. During one of them, Catherine ended up stabbing John in the chest. So he's like, "Get out. You're done. Like, I'm done with you.
What did she stab him with?
Obviously one of her butcher knives.
I mean, like, he just told her to get out. Like, no,
Well-
I gotta go to bed and sleep this off.
I don't know. I didn't read if he went to the hospital or not.
Okay. He probably did.
I'm
Let's just
assuming that
assume
he did.
He went
Yeah.
to go.
So like he was telling his coworkers, like, if I don't come into work tomorrow, it's because Catherine killed me. Which is so awful to hear.
Yeah.
We've heard
And-
that from somebody.
Oh.
But that's for another thing. But we like, it's just, that's like, get the authorities involved.
Right.
So on his way home from work that day, he actually got a restraining order out on her. So, which, good for you.
But
It sucks that it took you that long
Yeah.
to do. But while he was at work, though, Catherine had gone shopping and bought black lingerie and then filmed their children while making like inappropriate comments about them. I don't know what the comments were, but they were inappropriate.
okay.
He came home to an empty house, so he's like, "Oh, cool. Like, she's not here."
Right.
Uh
Quiet. Oh no, I was saying quiet to him coming home.
oh.
Do you think that's too loud?
No, I don't
Okay.
think so. And so he came home to an empty house and realized that Catherine had sent the children to sleep over at a friend's house.
Oh gosh. Oh no.
So John
I
hung
would
out
be
with.
freaking out.
I know, right? He hung out with his neighbors until about 11 o'clock at night,
Good.
because he had to go to work the next morning. And Catherine showed up when he went to the house while he was asleep.
Oh my gosh.
Watched TV for a while, showered, and then crawled into bed where they had sex, and he fell back to sleep.
How?
I don't.
How did he survive? I'm not asking how he did that. I'm asking how. How? Oh my god. I'm like, I know I'm not literally on my seat at the edge of my seat right now, but like, I'm waiting for it. The mic's about to drop.
You ready?
Oh god. Yes.
Okay. So John is a minor.
Oh, a minor. I was like, he had 3 kids and he's a minor and she married him? I just realized he was a coal miner.
So they have to go to work super early in the morning. All right. When his neighbor / friend noticed his vehicle was still in the driveway at 6 a.m., they're like, something's weird. Like, why didn't he go
And
to
he
work?
probably told them.
Yeah. And when his boss noticed he wasn't at work, he sent an employee over to his house to check on him. Both the neighbor and employee searched the outside of the house, and they found, looking through the window, they found blood on the living room floor.
Ugh,
I'm sorry.
John.
You were so worked up. I let you like get super worked
I
up.
was like, he made it through the
yeah,
night.
I know. So they alerted police. The police broke down the back door and found Catherine comatose from getting an overdose of sleeping pills. So they shook Catherine awake, and she was like, What happened? I don't remember what happened. They found John with a stab wound from a butcher knife. And they immediately, obviously, arrested Catherine.
Right.
So they didn't
About
just
time.
find a stab wound. on John. This is what happened. John had attempted to escape her when she stabbed him 37 times, both front and back, on his body. He either managed to open the front door and stumbled back inside the house, or she drug him back into the house because he was lying in the hallway and bled to death.
Oh my gosh.
She then... Sorry, everyone. I hope you're not eating. She then skinned him and hung the skin from a meat hook she had hung from the lounge room door frame. She then decapitated him and cooked parts of his body. She then cooked up baked potatoes, pumpkin, zucchini, cabbage, yellow squash, and gravy, and plated 2 dinner plates with the meat and sides, labeled each setting with his children's name on them. Like she was going to feed them this meal that she had cooked. There was also a third meal that looked like it was like half eaten, tossed in the backyard.
She's like, I can't.
Yeah, so they
far.
speculate that she attempted to eat it but couldn't finish it. John's head was found in a pot with vegetables, which was still warm.
Ew.
No. She took the remainings of his body and laid it over a liter of soda with the legs crossed. She placed a note on top of the photograph of John, which read, I really don't want to read this, but I'm going to read it. So, time got you back, Jonathan, for rapping, but it was spelled rapping, but it's raping. My D-O-U
Oh, yeah, that's right. She couldn't
T-E-R
read her
daughter.
right.
Yep. You to Beck, John's daughter, for Ross, for little John, his son. Now play with little John's dick, John Price. It was very, like, out of... You want me to read it again?
No, you're good.
Okay.
Leon. You
Just
never
chill.
meow in the mic, and now you're meowing all over there.
He normally just chills right here in this seat, too. So, in October of 2001, Catherine pled guilty to murder of John Price. She was escorted to prison, and her papers are marked never to be released.
Good.
Making her the first woman
Long overdue.
Yeah, making her the first woman in Australia history to be sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. And Catherine, to this day, maintains...
Feminism. Sorry, I had to say it.
Catherine, to this day, maintains her innocence and refuses to accept responsibility for her actions. And this is a picture of the meals.
Ew.
Normally, I don't print out pictures,
Sounds
but...
like she was maybe
you
a
see the
decent
picture?
cook.
Brie.
I mean, she made all that, like, in a night.
I mean, that's true, but she's
And clearly
also...
she was good at her job.
Clearly.
So, not... Oh, God. I'm not praising Catherine. But, you know, I'm just saying. Everybody's got their little niche.
Pumpkin's kind of hard to cook.
Yeah. That was great. That was
Yeah,
a good one.
thank you, Sarah.
That was a really good one.
I never heard of this one. So, yeah, I'm glad the kids didn't show back up for her to...
I love when you share cannibalism ones.
I know, I haven't done one in a
They're
while.
fun.
Yeah.
They're not fun.
Yeah. I think what you mean is they're fascinating.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, because...
Weird.
Yeah, it's something that you don't think about.
Yeah.
Yeah. It makes me, like,
Ugh.
it makes my skin, like, tingly, like, in a bad way. Like, I don't like it.
Ugh. Just makes me grossed out.
Yeah. Can I go to the bathroom real quick?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I can because Alice is in there.
Alice is pooping.
Yeah, she's pooping.
Oh, there you go. There's our number one fan listening. Your friend's pooping.
Oh.
Alice's friend loves the show. That was a really good one.
I thought it was pretty interesting when I read it last night.
Where did you just look it up or?
I
Okay.
looked up a bunch of them, but I thought that one was good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I liked it. Lots
Yeah.
of details in it.
I liked the part that she skinned them.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you don't see that every day.
No. No, I really like when she does stories like that because they're just different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you said, you don't see that every day.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the other ones that I found for her. There was what? I can't remember.
You should have wrote them. Did you write them down?
I sent her all the links.
Okay.
So she
Yay.
has like 6 to choose from if
Oh.
she wants to use them later.
Yay. She needs inspiration for a story on her whenever she can't pick one.
Yeah.
Like I needed today. I should have asked you for one.
I could have looked for you. I seriously had
It's okay.
plenty of time.
I went through so many stories, but I finally settled on one, and I'm kind of happy with it.
Good.
I'm happy with it. It took me a long time to be happy. I wrote a whole nother story too.
Did you?
And I was like, I'm not feeling this one. And I was like, I'll just save it for a back pocket episode.
Yeah.
Just an extra. And plus, it wasn't very long either, so I usually like them to be a little bit longer.
Well, Amy's was long, so.
It was perfect. It was a good amount.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed, I mean, there was a lot of details.
Yeah. Yeah, she said she cut out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I think normally our episodes, usually our recordings before she edits are maybe an hour, maybe this one will probably be an hour and a half, hour and 15 maybe. But that's not bad. We've had a couple of short episodes for the past few ones, so we need a long one.
So, you have a squirt bottle in the bathroom. It's green.
Uh-huh.
And it says accessory Assy spray.
Please tell us.
I think it was the Assy is like short for assembly.
Oh.
And I think it came with like something that we ordered that I forget what it was but we didn't end up using the spray bottle for the assembly.
Assy
Whatever
spray.
it was. But I love that it's Assy spray.
I mean, it says ASS, comma Y. But.
That's awesome. I'm gonna have to tell John that. Your Assy spray bottle.
Where's your Assy spray?
Do I want to know what this is for?
Don't forget your Assy
So, do
spray.
you just use it for like a hairspray bottle?
No, we bring it with us on trips because your clothes always get wrinkled.
Oh,
when you're
yeah,
in your bag.
Oh.
So I bring an empty, like little small spray bottle because I spray it on my clothes.
Oh, it's
unwrinkled.
perfect. Yeah. That's funny.
Wait, you spray like water on your clothes to unwrinkle them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's just like you put them in like the shower, like
Yeah,
the humid.
Yeah.
I never thought about doing. That's really smart.
Yeah.
That's a really good
So
idea.
I bring my Assy bottle with me wherever.
I love it. Market it.
Do it.
Patent it. Assy.
So I read it. I was
Unwrinkling every.
I was like, there's no way they're spraying this on their ass.
I mean, they
Yeah,
clearly.
very-
Yeah. It could be.
I mean, I guess it'd be like a bidet.
It's a travel bidet.
A travel bidet. You're welcome, Patreon.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah. That was.
You ready for me? Are you ready?
Are you ready for me?
I'm ready for you.
You sure?
Yeah.
Serious face. Because we're about to talk about some ghosts.
And show on.
So, before I begin, I want to note that the stories that I'm about to tell you could be just spooky urban legends. However, all urban legends start from something.
Yeah.
So let's begin.
Stories.
Yes. Once upon a time,
Stop it.
in a magical place,
Disneyland.
and
Disney World. Nuh-uh.
I figured you could use something like uplifting today.
Shut up.
So we're
I'm
going to talk about.
butt your head.
Well, use some Assy spray then.
If you don't know what we're talking about, check out Patreon.
Patreon. Where you get a free bottle of Assy spray.
Why did that remind me of Park and Rec? like so bad. I don't know, like the disc jockey, like
Oh, now I want to watch that. Oh, so
the douche.
the douche in the douche. Oh, I see what you're. Yeah. So yeah, I went through like a whole bunch of stories, and I was like, wait, Amy loves Disney,
I love
and they've had a
Disney.
week this week, so Disney has some haunted places.
Yay!
I know you know of some of them, and I know you know of some things that have happened there. So
But I have less.
I know you know more murderous things that have
Yes,
happened
yeah.
there, but you don't
I mean,
know quite the
awful
afterlife
killings. Yeah,
part.
more killings than. I
Yeah,
should say murder.
or deaths,
Deaths. Yeah.
accidents. So
Accidents.
many freak accidents have happened
So
there.
many.
Like this is a very short version. This is condensed.
Ooh,
So,
thank
uh,
you.
The first place I'm going to talk about is the Pirates of the Caribbean at Disney World.
Okay.
Either while
We're going there in September.
You are
Yeah.
without me?
Excuse me. You can come.
Okay, cool. All right. We're going to Disney World in September, guys. Anyway, if you want to see What's with the
Really
Neighbors,
can.
join us.
It's gonna be a couple thing.
Oh, okay. We'll bring our couple too. We'll come. And our couple of children as well.
Do we have to bring them?
So either while the Pirates of the Caribbean attraction was under construction, or either they were doing renovations, a welder named George was killed in an accident, either involving a falling beam or him falling from the burning city in there. There's like a section called the Burning City. I don't remember. I've only been in Disney twice.
It's when the whole city is on. It's on fire.
I figured by the name Burning City.
Yeah.
Just, so after this happened, the cast members noticed that odd things started happening, like lights going on and off and the ride stopping. And it's believed that these strange occurrences happen when George is disrespected. So I guess there's a legend that says, like, if someone disrespects him or says, I don't believe in George, the ride will stop. So now you're.
I need to try that.
Everybody's gonna go to Disney and they're gonna be like, "I don't believe in George," and Disney's gonna have all these problems now. So,
What if?
Disney?
What if the boat tips over and dies? Everyone dies. Drowns.
I'm pretty sure it's like 3 feet deep.
Do you breathe?
It's probably like 1.5 feet actually, because it has to have those things on it. So as a sign of respect, the cast go as far as saying "Good morning" or "Good night, George" every single time while opening or closing the ride. Fun fact. I love fun facts. We're full of fun facts in this story.
Yay.
When Disneyland first opened the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, the bones used as props weren't believable enough. So they used real ones. Did you know this?
Yeah, I did.
That's what? Some say that they're still there, but they were supposedly replaced with fake bones.
Except for there's one.
Really?
From what I heard, that there's one skull head.
I figured you could give me some more information.
Yeah, that supposedly, you never know,
Yeah.
but supposedly there's still one head
It's
that
George.
that could
It's not
still
George.
be. Yeah.
It's definitely not George. So now we're going to talk about Dolly at Disneyland. In 1984, a Regina Young, who went by the nickname of Dolly, was riding the Matterhorn at Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
Her seat somehow unbuckled. Either she unbuckled herself. I read somewhere that was helping a boy in front of her, like who got unbuckled or was standing up, or it came unbuckled on accident. They don't really know. But she ended up falling from her seat, and she was killed when she was struck by another oncoming bobsled.
Oh.
Since then, the cast members claim to have the feeling of being watched during walkthroughs of the ride at the end of the day.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah. And then the area where Dolly died is actually known as Dolly's Dip. Dip. What?
That's bananas.
Bananas.
I haven't heard that one before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't hear.
There's a couple deaths there, and I think that's one where your dad mentioned that he knew the Matterhorn was one that someone died on.
There's a couple
right before
deaths.
they were going to ride on it.
There's a couple Matterhorn deaths that we
Yeah.
know of, but I haven't heard of Dolly's death
Yeah. Well,
or Georgia's.
now you have.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you if I know of any more.
Oh, it's okay. You can.
Okay.
I kind of want you to give me more information if you know
Okay.
more.
If I
Amy's
know
like
it-
a Disney expert, guys.
If
so
I know, I will tell you.
I'm like on my toes. Pause.
Can you go get me another one? You can't be in here. You can't be in here.
Will you please go get her another one? Please. Please.
We'll let you.
I
Hey,
gave
at
you
the
like
end.
3 snacks today at my house. Will you please just go get
At the
another one?
end, I'll let you say hi to your cats for me.
Yeah,
No, just go get me one.
please.
It's in the fridge. I got more in the car. I just have to replace them. Go.
Oh, you're fine.
Go get me a.
These are for you too.
We're waiting.
Oh, thank
I
you.
got them.
We're in the middle of a story. Go, hurry up so you can finish it.
Rick
So you
is
can hear the
stupid.
rest of it.
No, I got like 3 6-packs.
That's not what he said.
Like I'm gonna drink 18.
I could.
She's
You don't
like,
know me.
challenge accepted.
Alice, please go get me a purple one.
Please.
And I'll let you say hi to your cats for me. For real. And I'll keep it on the podcast. I promise. And you'll be on Spotify.
But hurry up.
Your voice will be on Spotify.
Your best
Go.
friend will hear you. Who put wax on your TV. Go.
Yes, we'll
Yeah,
edit
it's
that
gonna
part
be
out.
edited out. Don't worry. We're editing a lot out this episode. Your mom's going to be busy. You still got to fill me in on stuff. Well, other than
Yeah,
what I heard.
I figured.
Are we going to be able to hear? Am I going to be able to call in next week?
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
same number,
I
same
literally
code.
listened the entire time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I figured everyone might want to be present to
Yeah.
like hash things out.
that was your mom's kids.
Oh my god. I was like,
I heard it at first, and I was like,
We were all
oh, I'm
freaking out.
late.
We were
I was freaking out. I was like, turn it on mute. She's like, I don't know how, and I'm like, hang up.
Did she end up figuring
She
it out?
hung up and called Katie and asked her how to put herself on mute. So Katie was on. That's why you heard a lot of doo 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 doo.
Oh, I was wondering what.
Yeah,
it
it's every
was.
time someone hangs up or calls in.
So you can call back in. Oh, I didn't realize I could have
You
hung up.
shook it? Yeah, you can hang up and call back in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I stayed on while you guys walked out of the room, and I can hear them talking, and I was like, I don't feel comfortable listening to this, and I turned down my phone volume.
No, you can.
I should have listened to it because they were talking about stuff.
Really? And you could hear them like with the mic?
Like you
'Cause
could
we
hear them
can't hear-
talking. Like someone was talking up there. Like they were talking about something about the case, and like they said something about Mr. Williams or something.
I wonder if there's no way they would be that silly to leave.
I don't know why they didn't mute themselves for that part. I figured they would have been.
The DA and Trooper Hansen, I think, because every time if they were talking about Williams, then he came out every
Yeah.
time, I think, during the breaks.
That would make
Was
sense.
it? Is it a man?
No.
I mean,
It
so
sounded,
it's
it
a.
sounded like a woman.
Oh, we need to tell
Yeah.
them. Ooh.
Yeah, tell them to put it on mute. Their side if they can.
But I also don't want them to because I want to know if he says something.
Yeah. get that.
Since it's everyone from our side that's
They were
calling in.
with-
Just
it
tell
was
them so
really-
they don't do it.
It was
Let
very,
them
very
feel free.
quiet, if so.
Okay.
It was really quiet. It was whispering, but
Yeah,
like I
'cause
heard like a couple names.
They get up and go and walk away, but
And then I also turned my phone down, so because I
It's
was
okay.
very uncomfortable. I was like, I don't want to go to jail.
I don't want to go to jail.
If it were me, I would have been like, turn it down.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
a criminal. Well, they said they like I'm literally that juror that would leave, and they're like, don't talk about this case with anybody. I'd be like, not saying a word to anybody, not looking up anything, because I feel like I'm gonna get
okay,
in trouble
you're
by
like
the
my
principal.
mom.
I was that kid who got sent to the principal's office and cried, but I never got.
I
Sent
mean,
there.
I got detention one time and I cried.
I got
I didn't
suspended
go, though.
or I got Saturday school once and I cried. It wasn't my fault.
Look at her.
It wasn't. I just went out to my car to go grab my homework, and she thought I was skipping, and I told her I wasn't, but she didn't believe me, and she put me in Saturday school.
Yeah, that would make me cry.
I literally had my homework with me, and I was like, I'm just bringing my project with me.
There was
Miss Blancet.
the seriously like the baddest boy in school was
Ooh.
not in a like I wasn't attracted to him, but he was like constantly in trouble, and like I he was like talking to me and he was making me laugh and he was actually being funny. Like he wasn't like I wasn't like Shane.
Was that his name?
Yeah.
It sounds like a bad boy name.
Yeah.
Shane.
But he was like making me laugh and it was like actually funny. And our 8th grade teacher told us to be quiet. And yeah, 8th grade. And I was like, shut up, like stop. And he said something else and it made me laugh. And we both, he's like, must have been in a bad mood. He's like, you're both getting detention. Because that teacher loved me. I know, I was so sad. But they they would put the attendance up on a clipboard and then someone would come around and collect the attendance, and if there was detention notes they would put it on the attendance thing.
Oh.
And so Shane, because he's a bad boy, had someone that was collecting and he told them to throw the slips away.
Oh. Smart Shane.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
So you didn't get detention.
I didn't get detention, but I was just like, I actually do have
He's
detention.
like, I got you.
Well, yeah, I mean, he didn't want to go
Probably
to
did, like, a
detention
wink.
either. So,
Bad boy.
yeah.
Sorry.
I was like getting ready to go to do detention. He was like, no, I think it was Sabrina or something like, or Christine, or I don't know what her name was, but he's like, I had her throw them away. I texted her and I was like, thanks.
Saved my life.
Same. It was the only time I got detention and I didn't have to serve.
Okay, I know we're derailing so much this
I know.
episode.
Alice!
Gotta be careful of the cords. We have enough sound problems.
You're so nice.
She's not my child.
Oh, that's true. Alice, I'm being serious.
Yeah, don't pull on the cords. I just bought them. You ruined them.
No, go sit by
There you
Honey. Go sit by Honey.
And no, in the ninth grade, I was in class and this kid had dropped his hat, and so I picked up his hat and I tossed it to him, and she told me I had to write her like a 500-word essay as to why I was throwing things in class. And my dad was super pissed about it, so he's like,
Yeah.
I got this. So him and my brother wrote everything about bills and hats and because a bill is a hat.
Yeah.
And ducks and like Lincoln. It was like the most smart ass essay, and they made me turn it in. And she like had like this, dang it, you did it, but
She probably didn't even read the whole thing.
yeah, she probably not, but she loved me. She still loved me. Son of a, they got me.
Dang it! All right, sorry. Go ahead.
All right. So that was the.
We have a lot of tangents on this.
Yeah, we have especially this.
Yeah.
Okay, so next place.
It's
we're going
good.
to
I
talk
needed
about.
it.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Haunted Mansion in Disneyland.
Yes.
So at Disneyland.
Alice, are you hearing these?
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, I didn't tell you. Yeah, but you didn't hear the stories with it. You did suggest one to me though. So at Disneyland, it said that a mother who lost her son
Oh no.
spread his ashes either in the Haunted Mansion or on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
Okay.
I like obviously to think that it was the Haunted Mansion ride because it's fitting.
Yeah.
But according to one of the sources, a woman was spotted by a cast member on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride dumping a powdery substance into the water.
Uh-huh.
And another witness even claimed it and described that it was like a baby powder substance. So like they immediately shut down the ride, kicked everybody out, but like nothing could be done because like
It was
it was done.
already
like
done.
it's dissipated.
Yeah.
And legend has it that since this happened, a boy crying for his mother has been heard at the end of the Haunted Mansion ride and also been spotted on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride as well.
Oh.
He's like, you just left me here.
I'm so sick of this ride.
At least it's a small world.
Yeah.
We'll get to that later.
This was in Disneyland?
Yes.
Okay.
I also have one from Disney World.
I'm ready to hear that one.
Also
Oh!
on that same one. Yeah.
Fun fact. Disney World Haunted Mansion is the #1 place where people spread ashes in the United States. Like the most common place that people spread ashes.
Why? It's a well. I'll get
It's
to that in a
illegal to
second.
do it. You're not supposed
Yes,
to do it.
it's very illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's the #1 place that people go to spread ashes. Like the most common.
Guys,
like-
don't put your ashes in the happiest place. I mean, I get it.
I mean, if you think about it, so like there's like millions of places to spread ashes, and there's
Yeah.
millions of people in the United States.
Yeah.
So really, like the amount of ashes that are spread is probably not that much,
Yeah.
but it's the most common. It's not happening all the time, but it's the most common.
And the Haunted Mansion, like, where do you put it? There's not water in there. I would get the Pirates of the Caribbean because at least it goes in, like, the water. But, like, you're just, like, getting stuff for them to have to sweep up.
I don't
And
know.
vacuum. It's going in a vacuum.
I know. Well, yes, it is. But a lot of people don't know the rule, or they should, or they don't care. I don't know.
I think I actually, I put that in here.
Oh, you did?
So don't worry.
Oh, okay.
You're good, though. So according to also add to this, according to a book called Mouse Tales,
Yeah.
a behind the ears look at Disneyland. You've heard of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get this book. The guy said that the Haunted Mansion has been the site of one previous ash scattering, and even quoted an employee who recounted the case. So it must have been, maybe it was that one, maybe it was one of the hundreds of people that are putting ashes out there. And I guess the employee had said in the book that extra time was requested for a memorial service for a 7-year-old boy who had died.
Oh.
So they I guess they okayed it.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
I mean, that's kind of hard. Like, if someone's spreading ashes.
They're like, no, you can't. You're like a grieving person, and nope. The answer is no.
Yeah.
But no, you should probably let them do that.
Yeah. Let them do it,
This
and
is his
then let them
favorite
walk
place
away, and then
ever.
vacuum it up.
Yeah, just like, she's gone. Get the Kirby. Who uses Kirby's anymore? I'm going to read this fun fact first because you just talked about it. Asking for permission to disperse ashes on the park premises is always a no. And without written permission, it's a misdemeanor violation of the state health and safety code to scatter human ashes on private property, even though it's actually not harmful to your health. So,
dang.
So, Haunted Mansion at Disney World now. Like Disneyland's location, a boy has also been spotted and even photographed on the Haunted Mansion ride at Disney World. On the dark ride, someone took a picture of what was in front of them, like on the dark ride.
Yeah.
And
You're
they
not
didn't
supposed
use
to do that.
Yeah. They didn't use a flash or anything. And a few doom buggies
I guess that's
ahead
fine.
appeared to be a young boy poking his head out from the cart. And the person who posted this picture stated that not only was he not there when they took the picture, but there wasn't a child this age within 20 people in front of them. And like I said, there was no flash while taking the picture. And I'm going to...
You have a picture of it?
Yeah, because it's like, it blows my mind. It's really tiny, though. Like, you see his little head poking out. It looks like the flash has been used.
Whoa.
You guys can look this up, by the way. There's so many videos. And
That's like clearly a little boy.
yeah. Right? He's like, hey.
And is that, did they say if there was a death of a little boy there? Or ashes spread? I'm sorry, I forgot.
I didn't get that far into it, but I think there was. I think there was a story on one of the rides, and I want to say it was the Haunted Mansion about someone jumping cars. But I don't know how you could get hurt in that one because it goes so slow. I don't know how you could die in the Haunted Mansion ride.
I don't think that
It goes
I
slow,
read
right?
any. It is. It's slow enough for you to jump out, but if someone spread ashes, I mean.
Well, yeah, or even in the Pirates of the Caribbean is right next to it, isn't it?
No.
No. Oh, never mind. Maybe that's Disneyland.
That's Disneyland.
Okay.
But
Because they said that the same people appear in Disneyland.
yeah. No, but if someone spread ashes, I mean, there could have been remains or the soul or whatever.
Or bones.
That's true.
Is there something under here? Oh, it's Leon. Okay, I'm feeling Leon. I'm like, what's touching my foot? What's touching my foot?
There was that it for the Haunted Mansion or
In
somewhere?
Disney World, yes.
In Disney World. Okay, so we got a fun fact. Last time we went to Disney World, we were at the very back in the attic for the ride when it shut down, and we got to. What? So sorry.
Bless you.
We got to
That was
walk.
so cute.
They're normally not that cute. Thank you. We got to walk from the attic all the way back,
Oh,
which the attic is the very tippy top of the ride.
okay.
And so we got to walk all the way back, and there was a cast. We were at the end of the line, so a cast member was behind us, and so she was telling us a lot of fun facts.
Oh.
And I forgot his name, but there's a crow in there that they have to say good morning and good night to
Oh, that's at Disney World.
in
Haunted
Disney
Mansion.
World,
Okay.
because otherwise, if they don't, things are ruined all day. Like, things mess up all day long.
I love this.
Yeah.
They don't talk about this on the news because
No.
it's the happiest place in the world.
Correct. Yes. So if they don't say good morning, I want to say his name is Lucifer, but I'm probably wrong. But I feel like that was his name. They said good morning, Lucifer, and if they
That's
don't,
too cool.
things just mess up constantly all day long
Like
on the
George.
ride. Yeah.
They got a crow and they got George.
Yeah.
Who's George? He was a couple deaths ago. Don't worry about it.
Tell me.
He died. He's a ghost now. Additional fun fact. As I discussed in the past in a previous story, the Queen Mary haunted ship was once a Disney attraction
Yeah.
for Walt Disney. If you do not remember that, but I know you remember that.
Go back to episode.
Blah, blah, blah.
Bloop.
I want to say it was like 40.
Yeah, it wasn't
No,
too long
definitely
ago.
wasn't 40. It was like 35 or 40. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so Space Mountain Disneyland.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some space
Let's
stuff.
talk about it.
Let's talk about some gingers.
Let's talk about you and me. Let's A, B, C.
What? So on this ride, Space Mountain, multiple guests have reported seeing and even talking to a red-headed man riding in the car, then disappearing. After one person told this to a cast member, they told the guests that they've likely had an encounter with the Mr. One-Way Ghost, a spirit that interacts with guests in line and rides in carts with single riders on the Space Mountain ride at Disneyland. He has also been spotted in the cast member locker room creeper.
Ew.
And surveillance has actually caught some questionable footage of him. Like, you can see the ride, and then you see, like, this guy in a single cart, and then you see, like, this... It could easily be, like, a glitch in the camera, but it's, like, a perfect, like, round shape of something that flashes, and then it goes away.
Oh.
Yeah. You really have to look at it, though.
Yeah.
I think it's him. I think it's Mr.
And that's
One-Way.
in Disneyland.
Yes, on the Space
Interesting.
Fun fact.
But so he doesn't talk back to them?
Someone said that he actually did talk back to them, and they said that he seemed really strange in the way he was talking to them.
Okay.
And then they looked away and then looked back and he was gone.
Interesting. I love it.
Fun fact, some parents have actually attempted to bring their baby on Space Mountain.
That's
Not a good idea.
moronic.
In a duffel bag.
Why are we doing this? I really want to go on this ride.
The baby's got
The baby wants to go, but it's too short. Doesn't make the height requirement. What are people doing?
Throw him in a duffel bag.
Oh
I feel like
my
Catherine
God.
would. I feel like Catherine would do
Catherine
this.
would probably do that.
After, never mind.
Did this
she
baby
would put him on
die
the monorail.
from like shaking baby syndrome?
Clearly it's fine.
Is it though? At what
No.
point do we say the baby's not fine?
I think he had a blast off.
Brie.
Next, speaking of the monorail ghost. Like Dolly, the monorail ghost has a tragic story.
Wait, hold on. You know how I was talking about frying pans?
Yeah.
And I kept mentioning Rapunzel?
I know, every time you did
And
that,
I
I was just
had-
like, I have a Disney story.
I had no idea.
I know. I love it.
Brie's daughter is obsessed.
Obsessed.
with Rapunzel. So, yeah.
And she has no hair, and she wishes that she has Rapunzel hair all the time.
Her room is themed Rapunzel. Yeah. Sorry.
So back in 1966, a 19-year-old named Thomas Guy
We're on the
Cleveland.
Are we on
I'm pretty sure this was whenever you were pressing on my keyboard, you punk. They're like, look, press number 1 and 3.
The monorail?
Yes.
Okay.
I can't. Which one is it? I don't know if it's Land or World. Sorry.
That's okay.
So a 19-year-old guy named Thomas Guy Cleveland tried sneaking into Disneyland by jumping the fence and climbing on top of the monorail tracks. Yeah, I've heard you
this
talk.
one.
Yeah, he was struck and killed by an oncoming tram. It's said that the figure has been spotted wandering the tracks at night and vanishes when a tram comes.
Do you have a bloody nose?
Oh no. I don't have anything.
Sarah will take care of you. Honey's got you.
Allergies?
Oh, I told her not to. We don't do that because it goes down her throat and it makes her.
Okay. I just didn't want it to go on the floor.
We're picking her nose.
Happens.
Either that. She's not a big nose picker, but during summer, she gets
Dry.
bloody nose. Yeah. She's got a blood vessel right there. So when I would smack her mouth when she was younger, she would get a bloody nose because I would smack her blood vessel. So.
You're welcome, Patreon.
You're welcome.
Do you want me? I can wait for her.
No, you don't need to.
I don't mind.
Yeah, because I want to go get another drink.
Do it. Do it.
I'm so happy you're doing this. Thank you.
Good. I'm glad.
This is good. I wonder where they got these ones. This has black tips.
That's just tips. That ain't shit. Dum 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 dum. Ba-da-dum dum. Dum dum. That was me. Just kidding.
She's like, no.
Yeah, aggressively yell at the scared dog. That'll get her to come in.
I did her earlier and she came.
Jessie.
She's like, you trust your daughter to get you another beer?
I'm trying to look.
Dad. Like, he knows I'm drinking, but you don't need to, like, say it out loud.
Your dad's not gonna care.
No,
It's
he
okay.
doesn't care. Can you throw this away for me, please? Stop stressing.
You're welcome, Patreon.
Also, like, Craig's family doesn't burp or fart.
But I'm sure they've heard burps and farts.
No, they do it.
Maybe not
like,
in front of each other. Maybe not in front of other people, but probably in front of each other.
Earlier she said that he'll fart. John will claim it. But like every time, like Alice burps or farts, John's like, "Well, excuse you." Like, and if I did it, like I did it earlier, he's like, "Whoa, step out of the room." And I can't tell if he's being serious or not. I haven't spent a lot of time with them. Like, I've definitely loosened up a lot around them this last week. And, like, I started really joking with them earlier. Like, he accidentally touched my arm today when he, like, put his arm around Sarah. And I was like, oh, my God. Just being... Are you good? Yeah. Okay.
Gucci.
There are some drops on the rug in there.
Oh, that's fine. Oh, no. Not the rug!
Is this for me?
Not my fancy Egyptian cotton
Costco rug.
Costco rug.
They'll probably come out.
Costco.
I could throw it in your...
No.
Peroxide.
Yeah.
I think there's actually, like, a poop stain on there. So it's fine.
Great, I just touched it.
I'm just kidding. I was so kidding.
I use my Assy spray to get it
Yes. Seltzer water.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Dude, seltzer water took out the cat pee and sorry, everybody. You probably can cut
Patreon,
this
yeah.
out. Whenever the dogs had like diarrhea all over the carpet and
No
it
way.
sunk in there.
So
like,
you
we could
really
not-
were being serious when you said that to me in Snapchat? You said seltzer water did it
Yes.
or something.
Yeah, I like poured like a jug of seltzer water and it pushed like it foamed it all out, and then we used the carpet cleaner over it.
No way.
But yeah, the carpet cleaner wasn't like it was getting it, but it was just like pushing it in there more. So I think
Yeah.
it just like bubbled it up. So I'm sure like vinegar and baking soda work
Probably
too,
does the same
but
thing.
seltzer water's easier.
Probably cheaper too at this point.
Yeah, and less stinky. Although baking soda would probably get out the smell better. Anyway. Blah, blah, blah.
Thank you for taking care of
Beautiful.
her bloody nose.
You're welcome. She mainly took care of herself. I just like ushered her into
Dada.
nothing.
She's pretty good like that.
Yeah.
We were at
She gets them a lot during school time. It's a mixture of the heat, and during wintertime, it's the dry air.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
You ready for another fun fact?
Yeah?
This one is more for my husband, who
Oh.
doesn't even listen to
Do you want me to
this.
call him?
Call him right now.
Josh! He didn't come. I'm sorry.
Can't hear me. Walt Disney World has 3 diesel-powered tow tractors to move around monorail trains in case of emergencies or power failures. So no
Nice.
worries, guys. If stuff happens, you know,
You're not going to be stuck on the tracks.
the diesel tractors are going to save the day. Back to the story. So on an old ride called America Sings at Disneyland, I think
Oh my gosh,
I think I've
yes.
heard this one from you before.
This one is painful.
Yeah.
This ride is a good.
It's
This ride is really good if there's a bad storm
like,
outside.
crushes your hopes and dreams of
Yeah.
Disney World.
So this is a good sit to let your feet rest. Take a nap in.
Is it still going?
Yeah.
I thought
America Sings.
Oh, okay. I thought it wasn't there anymore. Okay, cool.
Nope. I'm thinking of Progress of
Yeah.
Progression or
Yeah, that's there now, I think.
Yes, correct.
Yes,
Yeah.
That took over. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Go ahead. Sorry.
So you're good. So
Still a good ride because it's the same ride,
Yeah.
but it's just different.
Cause
Good for
because times have changed. They had to
Yes.
change over the theme or
it's
something.
good for resting your feet, letting a storm
parents.
pass.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a good point. So on July 8th of 1974, a cast member named, and I'm pretty sure it was like a couple days after it like first started.
It was the first day.
It was the first day. Okay.
If we're thinking of the same one.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain it is because I know you've told me this before.
Yeah. It's one of my
Uh,
favorite. Not my favorite.
But it's
But
pretty brutal.
It's a pretty brutal one.
Yeah. So a cast member named Deborah Gale Stone was accidentally crushed to death between the building's rotating wall and stationary wall. Ugh, that's awful.
So, like,
Like it was
For
turning,
you?
rotating.
so here's a stationary wall right here, and this is just like wall. It's like a circular motion that it turns, and so it's two walls moving against each other.
All right, you see this Patreon? That was a great demonstration.
Yeah. Just like that.
Sarah's over there like, ugh,
Crying.
I can feel it.
Yeah. Very, very skinny. Like,
awful.
yeah.
Awful. You have to be very, very like a paper thin to avoid that. So since this happened, employees have reported hearing a disembodied voice warning people to be careful
Oh my gosh.
as they worked. And not sure if this could be related, but also there's a hat booth between where the America Sings ride was and Tomorrowland.
Mhm.
And it's supposedly haunted. Some have seen a face in the reflection of the sewing machine there.
Ew.
And also there was another thing that said that the sewing machine, it works all day and it doesn't get hot, but at random times it'll just like get really hot. So I don't know.
Interesting. So
So
this is at Disneyland.
yes.
Okay.
So maybe it's Deborah. And also the building, that same building that Deborah died in, whichever ride it is now, I can't remember, Progress something. What did you say?
Carousel of Progress.
Carousel of Progress. It's said to be haunted by a teenage boy who died in the speed tunnel section of the People Mover, which
Yep.
is
Yeah.
on the outer. Okay, I thought this would make sense to you.
Yeah.
On the outer edge building, and the boy died attempting to jump from one cart to another and was
Mhm.
dragged along the track before it came to stop. This is the
Yeah.
one that I was thinking of earlier.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's awful.
Yeah.
I bet he was. Oh no, no,
Well,
I'm not even gonna ask. I'm not even
yeah.
gonna talk about it. Fun fact.
Okay.
Did you know that all the plants at Tomorrowland are actually edible?
Yes, I've actually eaten them.
Of course you have. I knew this would be a fun story.
Because I was like, did you know? And we were in Space Mountain. I think we were in Disneyland when it happened. We were in line for Space Mountain. And I was like, they're edible. And I took a bite and I was like, how many people have touched this plant?
It probably means that they're not poisonous.
No, they aren't. They're not.
Yeah,
but
that's probably just what it means. So it's like grass you can get out of your backyard.
probably. But yeah, I
Look at this
definitely.
leaf.
I
You can eat it. It
I
won't kill you.
definitely took a bite, and I know my brother was there and my sister were there for sure, and maybe my mom. But I was just like, and then I was like, ew, yeah, that's gross.
They probably did that for like lawsuit purposes. They're like, while the kids are waiting
Well,
here around all these plants.
No, so the reason why was because Walt wanted to make Tomorrowland like
I'm so happy that I did this story.
a new like the future.
Okay.
And like the future is like all
we want
plants
you
are
to eat vegetables.
yeah. Yep, that's
We're
it.
still not there.
Yeah, no. No, it's so that like all the plants where like in the future everything like you grow and everything that you walk by you can pick up and
It's useful.
eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, is useful. So
I like that. I love that you knew that. I honestly did not think you were gonna. I thought I was gonna stump you on that one.
Nope.
Oh, I
Sorry.
love that you know. I really don't mind that you know this. I'm so glad that you're chiming in right now.
I'm loving this episode.
Okay, so
I love all of our episodes,
I
but
do too.
this one is really making me happy.
It's fun.
Yeah.
So you know the ride It's a Small World?
Yes.
Everybody does.
It used to be my favorite. And one time,
Worst ride ever.
sorry,
So
this
terrible.
is Amy's podcast now. So one time, we went to Disneyland, and my mom and I went on the ride 7 times I think it was
On
seven
It's
more-
a Small World?
yeah, in
Oh
a
my
row because
gosh.
there was no line, so we would just like go on and over
I get that.
and over and over
I get
because
that.
it was my favorite when I was like Alice's age. Or Charlotte's age. I don't know how old I was.
I didn't like it when I was 7, and I didn't go on to Disney
And
when I was 7.
So someone, aka my mother, told Alice this information. So now Alice is like, "Mom, it's your favorite ride. Do you want to go on your favorite ride?" And I'm like, "Yeah, so much."
But now she probably loves it. That's cute.
Yeah.
She's like, let's torture you.
Basically, that's what it is. Alice's favorite ride is Splash Mountain. That was her first ride too.
I like Space Mountain.
Yeah, I think that's my mom's favorite ride.
It's probably, I don't know. I have a couple. I love the Aerosmith Rock and Roller Coaster as well.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Sorry.
Okay, so go ahead.
Anyway, so on It's a Small World, it's rumored that the ride was loved by a lot of cast members. It's
Sure.
easy to go to whenever you're on your break and walk around and go through all the different like areas that they have the singing puppets or people or
Yeah.
something. I don't know.
Dolls.
It's really loud Mexican music. Don't put that in.
Okay, stop talking for a second.
Did you do that on purpose? I
Yeah,
think you did that
probably.
on purpose.
Yeah. Hold on. Is
Yeah.
Rick drinking?
Is there chips and salsa out there?
Are you calling her?
No, I was asking if she needed beer.
No, I got her one.
You're not supposed to open the door to ask that.
Yeah, is the light on? What
You
the
just
heck?
you knock. You have to knock twice and then put a space and then knock 3 times.
There's a
Yeah.
podcast.
That's the secret knock.
There's a
We have
No,
a light
twice,
out.
knock,
Is it
knock,
not on?
Space 1, 2, 3.
I think we forgot to turn on the light.
Oh
There's a
man,
podcast in progress.
Excuse me.
You
We
just-
have a light, actually.
it's okay. It's our fault. We didn't turn on the light.
No, not that light, dum dum.
You just ruined it.
That made it. That
Great,
made
now
the,
we have to start over.
the ambiance was really
All right, ready? Action.
action. It's okay.
Do they have a beer?
I think so. He got beer from the place, and then they got like the mixed like Tennessee.
Yeah, I saw
whiskey
those.
thing. That's what
Ooh,
they
yeah.
got.
That's weird. That's not what he drinks. He drinks
Well, you said he was.
straight
I was about to
vodka.
say you said he drank claw the
He
other
said he
day.
didn't want to get that on purpose.
Yeah, he passes out real fast with it. Okay. I was just curious because I saw he has that metal cup. And I was like, are you drinking out of that or are you not drinking at all?
Oh no, I think he put one of those
Okay.
Or his beer.
Sober Rick judges drunk Amy a lot, so.
Oh, so you wanted him to.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, in that case, I'm gonna give me another drink.
every time I would walk downstairs the last like 2 times or whatever, he's like,
That's why we need a fridge in here.
I know. We do. Okay, go ahead.
It's on my ID
This
list.
is taking forever.
It's okay. I'm almost done, I promise.
No, I don't care. It's taking. So far, we're at an hour and a half.
Oh my god. I said we'd probably time out at an hour and a half, but
He really can't be judgy anyway, though, because did you see how John's getting, like, he's pretty.
He's pretty toasty.
He looks fine.
Oh, he looks fine, but, I mean, I can tell. Like,
Yeah.
Him coming up
what
here.
time do y'all have to leave tomorrow?
Want a drink?
Tomorrow night.
Oh, you're good.
At like 1 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. is
Oh
when we-
gosh, that's awful.
Yeah.
If it doesn't change. Gosh,
Yeah,
I hate
right.
that.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, so it's rumored that a lot of cast members really enjoyed going on this ride, whether if it was on breaks or just to go on it, just because.
Yeah, small
'cause it
world.
was- yeah, they can go around and look at all the dolls and the music and whatnot.
Yeah.
Well, they loved it so much, but that it's said that they go back to it when they die, and at nighttime, supposedly, even though all the power's off, the lights will turn on and off, and the music will turn on and off, and the people and figures will dance. Supposedly, I mean,
Ew,
it's
I hate that so
very
much. I
possible.
hate
It's one of those
dolls.
like urban legends. I told
Yeah.
you some of the stuff might not be true. Fun fact: if you have the My Disney Experience app at Disney,
Which is not a thing anymore.
oh,
It's different.
well, they're creepily tracking you. Like every time you go or pass by somewhere, they're like, "Hey, you should try this to eat." So never mind. That wasn't a fun. Amy, tell us a fun fact, please. That is fun and a fact.
That was a fun fact. And so if you download one of the Disney Play app, every time you're near, if you have your Bluetooth on, I believe, every time you go by it, you can interact with
Oh, that's fun.
different games and different things
Oh.
that are
See, there you go. Fun fact, guys. If you're going to Disney,
yeah. No, sorry.
email Amy.
I'm so sorry.
wwtnpodcast@gmail.com. Don't be sorry.
Mine,
I'm not sorry.
My Disney experience isn't much of a thing anymore because there's a new Genie app that's out, and that's basically what you use. My Disney experience, like I still have it on my phone. It's just like they're trying to like get away from it. So now this is actually a Disney podcast, and I'm gonna stop
Done.
talking right now.
What have we done to the show?
What have we done to the show?
Okay, so Walt Disney's apartment. I'm literally like just about done. Okay,
I
did
don't
you know
want
that
you to
he
be
has
done.
an apartment?
Yeah,
I did not know. Well, I've never been to Disneyland.
in
so-
Disneyland, yeah.
So in July of 1954, Walt Disney moved into a small apartment, or I guess he temporarily would stay there and oversee like the construction of Walt Disneyland or
Yeah.
Disneyland, and it's above the fire department there. So every time that he was there, he would turn a lamp on so that the cast members would know. And
Yeah.
Amy knows this already, and I love it.
It's okay.
I'm so happy that you know this. So he would turn on the lamp to let the cast members know that he was there. So the night, or I guess right after he died, a cast member went to go turn off the light and was cleaning the apartment.
Oh, that's sad.
I know. And whenever she left, she turned off the light, and as she was heading out, she looked inside, and she looked at the window, and the light was on.
Oh, after she walked out?
Yes. So she went and turned it off, and headed back out again, and it was on again.
He's
So,
like, you can't get
yeah.
rid of me that
No.
fast.
your dream is coming true. Going to the Freddy Krueger action. So to this day, they just decide to leave the light on as like a symbol of him always being
Always
there.
being there.
But I mean, maybe they just couldn't get it to turn off or stay off.
That could
He's like,
very
I'm
much
always
be it.
overseeing things here.
They're like, we stopped replacing the bulb years ago. And it's still on.
Did I include this part? I think I did. Okay. If I didn't, I'll mention it at the end. All right. So I have some, one more fun fact. Rumor has it, well, it's not really a fact, but There's a spell book in the Haunted Mansion in the Seance Circle,
Uh-huh.
and rumor has it is that it's a real spell book. And each morning,
Interesting.
when cast members would arrive, it would be in a new spot, and they would have to put it back. I don't know if that's true or not,
Why
but I
would they
thought it
have
was
to put
fun.
it back? Why don't you just leave it?
Because Madame Leota's spelling up the whole Haunted Mansion and moving this book around. I don't know.
It's
It reminds me
interesting.
of the eye book from Hocus Pocus.
Oh, yeah.
My book. Book. Honorable mentions. On the Tower of Terror, hours after hours, a figure had been seen walking the opposite way where the line would wait, and when seen or addressed, it disappears. Also, on Main Street, a lady in white has been seen many times around the stores. Legends say that she actually died on the property in the 1900s before
Oh, wow.
Disney
yeah.
came. Another one, a former cast member claimed while alone in a store prior to opening, she heard a loud crash and found something in the stockroom broke by itself, and there was no way it could have fallen, and she was also alone. So
Oh, my God.
that person had also said that a lot of creepy things happen there.
I hate that so much.
But you're probably alone in this giant place, too, a lot.
So
Yeah.
creepy.
Yeah. People have reported hearing a woman's voice near one of the ice cream carts when no one is there.
Oh. She's
Mul-
like, can I get a mint chip?
Can I get a Mickey Mouse fudge sickle thingy, whatever they are? Also, there's a ton of footage of apparitions that have been seen.
Oh, I'm
on
sure,
site.
yeah.
So much. I saw Alice was watching them with me.
How fun.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Outside on the ride Spaceship Earth in Epcot, a small girl with yellow hair has been seen during the day being chased by a boy. I guess,
that's
little kids playing.
That's cute.
During the day, though, which is weird.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Another former employee talked about a train command center with a board that shows all the trains that are on the track. And late at night, in the far corner, a train would show up on the board and its whistle would blow, but there's no trains out there, and people would call it Walt's train because I guess he loved trains.
Oh, I love that.
Also, many people don't know that Walt was actually a big smoker.
Yes.
I did not know that. And his wife told him, don't do it in public, don't let kids see you, so he did it. He hid a lot to smoke. And he had a special place that he would smoke, and employees claim to smell cigarette smoke in the area that he always smoked in, still to this day.
Interesting.
And it's fresh smoke, too.
Yeah.
Guests evidently claim they see Walt's ghost all the time. One even said they had seen a man looking like Walt standing just outside the castle on the drawbridge, waving until he slowly disappeared.
Oh, that's weird.
And that's it. That's it. And hope you guys take a trip to the happiest place on earth.
Please.
It might be your last. Sorry. I had to include that.
I love that. I would rather die at Disney than die anywhere else.
Please don't say that. Because a lot of people have.
Not that many.
Maybe don't. Do you have a neighborhood story for me?
Yes, I do. I'm surprised
I'm so
you didn't.
sorry that took so long.
I know that
I'm
there's
so sorry. Our episodes usually don't run this long.
No. There was a ghost of Tower of Terror in Disney World.
I know. I saw briefly, but I was like, I'm already at 8 pages. And
Oh, yeah.
Alice even told me about someone fainting or something, or
Mhm.
having a heart attack.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he died on. It was a worker died on Tower of Terror.
Oh.
And
I should have included it.
there's
Is it a
been-
bellhop?
yeah,
I
well,
saw
he's
something
an
about
employee.
a bellhop.
I think he was working on it or something like that. And so sometimes when people get a picture, you know how there's a picture, sometimes he's in the corner.
Oh man, there you go, people.
Yeah.
See, Amy helped me out on my story this week, guys.
Thank you. That
She
made
didn't
me happy.
even know it. Good, I'm glad.
So this is my neighborhood story. It's a note pinned on a bulletin board or something, and it says, "Dear person who left stuffed animal in the dryer. Your animal fell out of the dryer very fast, and I thought it was alive. I stabbed it with my army knife.
It's Catherine.
I,
Puppy.
I see now it was not alive. Sorry about your stuffed animal. P.S. I'm on shrooms. Sorry again.
Why did you just have your army knife out, like, ready to go? They're like, I'm about to open this dryer. I've got my knife ready. Like,
They were also on shrooms, so I don't know.
you know,
Yeah.
it could have been a dinosaur.
It could have been. Yeah. I hope it was.
I've heard some crazy stories.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna go.
no.
Oh, no, we're not.
Before we go.
No, we're not doing this on the episode.
Oh, okay. So goodbye, everyone.
Yeah. Before you
Farewell.
leave, though, you can listen to us if you haven't left us yet. You can find us wherever you get your podcast, Spotify, iTunes, wherever. Please rate and review us. We really appreciate it. It helps a lot. Also follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and that's at WWTN Podcast. We also have a Facebook group. We're really active in it, and we love to play games. And our website is what'swiththeneighbors.com.
And on there, you can find everything that she just mentioned, along with a link to our merchandise and our Patreon, which is patreon.com/WWTN podcast, or what'swiththeneighbors.com, or what's with the neighbors. And for $5 a month, you can get literally our episodes videoed and unedited. Today was
It was so much, guys. What just happened? What happened? What happened? Literally, you can get everything on Patreon. Was that on already?
It was on auto. Alice was
All right, Alice.
shredding stuff earlier, so I don't know. It was on auto. I don't know. I thought she was done doing stuff, but
All right. Well, we have our ghost in here shredding some papers. Anyway,
move,
Patreon. Yep.
please. Move, please.
In
Yeah,
a second, we're
move.
not done yet.
Yeah.
We're not ready for you yet. You can say it on my mic.
Yeah. So for $5 a month, you can get our episodes unedited, videoed. We have a ton of stuff this week that you can see. And for $3 a month, and everything is early also. For $3 a month, you can get our edited episodes early. And feel free to slide into our DMs with any questions, comments, or story suggestions, along with your own personal true crime or paranormal stories. And have you checked in on the neighbors?
What's with the neighbors?
Bringing Amy out.
Take me out. I totally said.
Oh my gosh.
Bring that to me, beers.
Say hi to the cats for us. Meow.
Oh my God.